Greetings, I am at chess.com battling their grandpa Gambit bot, and I definitely made some mistakes in this game, things that I just did not see during the game. So I'm going to go back and review this, and I'm going to show you a few little trick or treats that make the difference to beating this bot. I think this bot is difficult. I did win the game, but let's get to it because I want to show you what made the difference. I'll show you the mistakes I made, and then what did it for me in the end. I played the white, and if you're new to chess, just remember, try to control the center, develop your minor pieces, and then later your major pieces come into play. That's just a good rule of thumb. Okay, so here, computer says I should have pushed the pawn to here. And computer knows better than I do. I know sometimes in this position, this kind of thing happens, and it's best to have your pawn there. But okay, let's keep going. I want to show you something that I continually missed during this game, and that's this square right here. My bishop, my white square bishop, owns this diagonal. So if I could have got my knight here, and then I could have placed my knight in here, that would have been pretty powerful, and I totally missed that during the game. I went ahead and did a castle, as you see, but okay, so let's get to it. And again, I missed it again. Ugh. So, but this is why you review your games. Coming here, then it could have put me in a really good position to get into my enemy territory. Okay, so so let's keep this going because I want to get to the end. Now with that move there, I kicked that, let's go back half step here and look at this bishop. I wanted to kick that bishop out of here, and I've got my rook eyeing that queen. So, well, with that simple mistake that the Grandpa Gambit bot made, that put me way up on the Richter scale, and I cannot make out this number, 3.11, I think. So, yeah, now here, this is, I love doing these little moves. I call them peekaboo moves. Let's go back just a half step here and take a look. So I've got a minor piece lined up with a major piece, and I have this square protected, owned by this bishop. So the computer gave me a high marks for that, and so I kicked the queen back where it started. And in chess, you don't want to move your pieces too many times where you just get kicked around. You want to move it to a nice development square and not just have to move right back where it came from, like you see here. Now here I decided to go ahead and take because I didn't want an end game. I'm trying to think about the end game. I didn't want an end game where I'm battling the double bishop, and that's difficult. So wanted to do that, and I did see this in the game where, you know, you come here and this this bishop is protected here, but and the computer knows better than I do, but I thought, well, I've got queen and the king lined up. I want to own this semi-open file. There's a semi-open file because there's only one pawn on it. I wanted to own it, and so maybe I got a little greedy. I should have maybe did that first. But I do that now. Okay. I did see it, but my timing was a little wrong. Okay. And again, I should have got up there in enemy territory. As we see, that would have been the best move. Okay. Now let's get back to the game. Okay. So this pawn, I don't like this defender with that pawn. Okay. Because I really want to attack, and I'm lined up with the king with my major piece. So my sights are to get rid of this defender of that, and that's what I did. So now I can, and this is what I missed in the game. I'll show you. I should have swung over here and done that same idea of now I'm attacking the queen again. and you look at this beautiful thing right there. I totally missed it in the game, and my problem was I was so fascinated with getting here and doing this, which wasn't bad, but I was so blindsided by this one idea that I had that I missed a better idea. So I like the old rule where, once you find a good move, stop and find another good move, a better move. Somebody said, one grandmaster said that before they make a move, they narrow it down to 3 options. And my weakness as a chess player is I saw the one option, which was this right here, and just totally went for it. It's like, yeah, that's a good move. Okay, go, boom, do it. And I should have stopped. And if I would have slowed my mind down, I would have saw this other opportunity. And by the way, let me go back. I'm going back just a little bit. This cannot take because of that bishop cannot take my queen. So, okay. So, and there I've took that pawn, and the Richter scale has me way up. What is it? 4 point something? No, 6.01 on the Richter scale. So I'm very happy with that. I can see I did the triple crown play where it doesn't give you any aids, so I did not have this when I played, but I could tell that I was doing pretty well. Now here, I should have. I did see that I'm lining things up towards the king. Okay, I'm lining my minor pieces, my major pieces. And for some reason, again, I thought, well, I'll get my rooks lined up. But it would have been best to go ahead and take this minor piece with my major. And then if that pawn would have took, then, it'd been mate. So, but I made the mistake of taking the time to line up my pieces, which usually lining up your major pieces is a great thing to do, and your opponent usually tries to stop you. But in that position, let's go back and look at it for just a second here. It would have been best just to go ahead and take that, because if it took back, then I would, that's mate, it's over. So, okay, so just another mistake I made. And this I was pleased that the computer gave me that mark. After making so many mistakes, I was relieved to see something good there. So, again, if take, it's mate. And then, so, so basically it was a free piece. He cannot take that. So, okay. So here, I did that because if he retakes, then it's mate, because I'll go here. This will be take. And then this guy is the guy, this rook will win the game coming up here, okay? I'll let you pause and take a look at that, and you can see where if it takes this queen sacrifice, it's a mate. Okay, so that's why the computer did not take my queen. Okay, so now, because it didn't fall for that, I have to do a queen exchange now at this point, because major pieces are lined up, and I can't have that. So I go back, I do the queen exchange, takes one of my pawn, I take in return. And from here, proper play should win the game. So I want to show you some things. So I like cutting off the king, and I want to promote a pawn is what I want to do and get a queen on the board. These marching pawn can be a trouble. I have to stay aware of those. There I was hoping for an exchange. I don't like to play the hope game, but still it would have been a good tactic, would have allowed me to queen. So as we see, so now this bishop, it's like you can take this bishop if you want, and I'll have a queen. At 1600 or 1650, sorry. They're like, the bot's like, I'm not going to allow that to happen. So this bishop owns this diagonal. So this is the key to what I'm about to do here. And so I was hoping for an exchange, but that's okay. I didn't think it would happen at this level. And I'll just let them go ahead and take that bishop if they want. They want to put me in check instead. Okay. So now, like I said, I'm just stair-stepping my way to a victory. And that's it. The computer said that I played it 19 1250, and the grandpa dropped down to a 1350 with some of the mistakes they've made. I didn't feel like I played at a 1950 just because I made some mistakes in the opening and mid game, but I think maybe towards the end, some of those moves I made, I think, is what made up for it. I think that's where the scales tipped in my or the Richter scale shook in my favor. Anyway, a lot of fun. The Grandpa Gambit bot, a lot of fun. Hope this helps. And as always, I demand you have a good day.